So I'm going to attempt to make this video even though my dogs have been very relentless about making noise. But here we go. So today is Saturday morning. It's about 7:22. My kids just left with my husband for a swim meet. So that's fun for them. The little one's so nervous. I'm like kind of, because this is her first swim meet, so she's really nervous. But today I'm supposed to be writing. So I'm gonna just prep some stuff. I'm gonna make myself a nice big cup of coffee, a nice big glass of water, and I'm also gonna make some bread for breakfast for when the girls get back. But yeah, I just wanted to take you guys along to show you sort of like the process of how I write. So the only thing I did this morning when I woke up was I just brushed my teeth because what I tend to do is I tend to write until I'm kind of stuck, or I feel like, okay, like I wrote a lot and I need to take a break. And then I take a shower because it helps me to sort of reset my brain a little bit. So yeah, so you're gonna see me in my bathrobe writing away. So I'm gonna take you along with me as I do my little process in the morning. I'm gonna make my coffee, and I'm going to, so I'm gonna be switching between cameras just because I don't have a flip screen on my camera, so it's just easier to do it this way. And then I will be right back. All right, so here I am making some bread. This is a recipe that I will link below to another YouTuber that I can't remember off the top of my head, but I will remember to link it below. And what's nice about this recipe is that it makes about enough for a few loaves of bread, which is kind of nice. And you can refrigerate it up to 2 weeks, and it's super simple, just flour, yeast, salt, and water. That's it. So I'm just mixing together the dough and get my hands dirty, and that's all. Coffee time, y'all. This is my favorite creamer at the Mo. It is chocolate caramel, and it is one that I get at Aldi. This is like porn for me because I love my coffee so much. Ugh, look at it, it's so delicious. And it's my favorite creamer right now. I'm trying to stay hydrated. I'm really bad at drinking water, so I'm trying to be better about it. We'll see how it goes. So next what I do is I just take everything to my desk, and I did have a little bit, not too much, but just a little bit of tidying up to do at my desk. So that is what I proceed to do here. But before I do that, I light some incense because I like to set the mood. It's less about being pretentious on YouTube, and it's really more about, for me personally, making it palatable to force myself to write. Before I start writing, I do my morning pages, just so I can sort of get all the gunk out of my head. I'm not gonna get too deep on how I do it here. I'm gonna get started soon with some writing, which is a little scary. I just did my morning pages. For those of you that don't know, it is from the book The Artist's Way by Julia Cameron. 3 pages, sort of stream of consciousness, whatever pops into your head you write about. Some days I will write the full 3 pages. Some days there's just not much coming, and like today I literally was writing about how I was chomping at the bit to start writing this play. This is the first day that I'm going to start writing it, so I'm so excited. Let's do this. All right, bye. Okay, so here I'm just setting up to write. I do listen to music while I write. Music is really important to me. Most of the time when I'm writing, it depends on what I'm writing. I will pick music that sort of goes in the vein of that subject or topic, etc., etc., etc. So yeah, so I just wrote for about an hour here, which was really nice. Everything was kind of flowing. So I'm about an hour in to writing, and I have about 5 pages to show for it, which is not too shabby, but I have to say it's like flowing, and I just had a huge discovery that somebody that I met at the wedding is actually the voice of one of these characters, and it's a really fun discovery that I just made. And it's a lot of, I'm so excited. I'm so excited because that voice was like coming into the light, but not quite there. And now that I have this new direction, I'm just like, oh, that makes so much sense. So it's really kind of enriching her backstory, and I'm really excited about it. So yeah, so I'm just so excited about writing this play. So I'm about 5 pages in, which is not too shabby. I did the math, and if I want to get to about 90 pages, which is the length of like a full length play, just about, I have to write about 22 pages a week. So yeah, so I'm gonna keep cracking away at it, but I'm actually gonna run downstairs because I have to check on the bread and just make sure that I take enough bread for today's breakfast, and let it proof a little bit more on the countertop. But yeah, it's going really, really well. My kids should be leaving their swim meet in about a half hour or so, so everything should be, I should be heading, making breakfast in time for us to all eat together and take a nice little break. And then I'll probably jump in the shower and, depending on how I'm feeling, if I feel like I should keep writing, then I'll probably keep writing. If I feel like we should probably do some food shopping, I'll probably do that, and then I'll write when I get back or something. So I'm really excited. Everything's going really well. It's like I don't trust it. But yeah, I will see you guys later when I continue writing. All right, bye-bye. So I just decided that I was going to take you along with me on my breakfast journey. So here I was just sort of smushing down the dough and taking part of it for the breakfast. The only thing I will say about this recipe is that I was promised that the dough would rise a lot more than it did. So that was the only disappointing thing about this, but you'll see that. The next thing I do is I'm gonna make Italian sausage and eggs, which is a very traditional Peruvian breakfast. I am half Peruvian, so I do try to, whenever I can, make something that's, I don't do it very often, but this is so easy that it's just kind of silly not to make it. So what I do at this point is I go ahead and put the lid off of the sausages so all the water can evaporate. And while that is going, my oven is preheated, and I can then score the top of the bread and just plop it into the Dutch oven, where it will steam and get a nice crusty little top on it, which is great. So then I plop that in there, and then I decided I browned the sausage, and I decided to put the kettle on for tea. And then I realized that I had some time before the bread was ready, so I decided to unload the dishwasher, because your girl likes a good time lapse. So here we go. So at this point the tea is ready, everything is coming up rosa. I take the lid off the bread, and then we just leave it back in there for about 15 minutes. We're getting so close, guys, and what are those? So here I am just finishing up the sausages. So it's really easy because all you do is brown the sausage, and then you
add as many eggs as you'd like. In this case, I added, I think it was 9 eggs. My plan was to add 2 per person, and then I realized I just had 1 extra in the carton, so I just went for it. And this is super easy because all you do is essentially just keep scrambling the eggs, much like you would scrambled eggs with the sausages. So there we go. And then my fam got home. They had a good day at their swim meet, and we just had breakfast together, and it was really nice and pleasant. And we're not a perfect family by any means, but every once in a while we have wonderful Saturday morning breakfasts, and it's really nice, and I like it.
All right, so here we are. Hold on, gotta check the time. It is 12:59. It's gonna be 1 o'clock in 1 minute. So we had breakfast as a family. My little one came in 3rd place. The big one came in 2nd place, so they had a really good day. I wanted to get a little more writing done. We do have to run and do some food shopping later. I'm not thrilled about that because it is snowing right now a lot. Let me see if I can show you guys. Gonna try to write until 3 p.m. so I have about 2 hours to write. And then we're gonna get going. So got some water, I've got some tea. I did my makeup in a crazy way because I don't like, let me know in the comment section if you're like me on the weekends. Like, I don't go anywhere fancy. I don't really have a reason to like dress up or do my makeup. So sometimes if I'm just gonna go out and do grocery shopping, I pretend like that's me going out and I do my makeup like I'm going out. All right, let's get this going. Okay, so it is 3:05, and I'm at 10 pages of my first draft, which is exciting, but I think I'm gonna pause here and who knows, if I feel up for it later, and if I feel like I can write later, then I will, but I did quite a bit already, and right now we're gonna go to Sam's Club and do some food shopping for the week. And when I get back from Sam's Club, I'm always like super exhausted, so I'm probably gonna end the vlog here. But I'm at 10 pages of my first draft, which I am thrilled about because I have to write 90 pages by the end of the month. So here we go. All right, folks, but thank you for coming along with me, and I'll check in later if I decide to keep writing, but if not, I'm really happy with the progress I've made so far. All right, bye.